Hey everybody, you read the title. It's pretty self-explanatory. Anyway, so back in 2005, Nintendo's like, hey, we can make a baseball game based on Mario characters. And that's what they did with Mario Superstar Baseball. Then 3 years later on the Wii, they came out with Mario Super Sluggers, one of the, in my opinion, most fun two-player party, if that even exists, two-player party games of all time. So I have Gabe here. Gabe, say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, he's my editor.
I'm the editor.
He is. So we're gonna be breaking this into sections. Hopefully, if Gabe remembers, he can, put timestamps right here, right now, and give off all the sections. So you've got gameplay, character roster, stadiums, game modes, and miscellaneous, and captains, which are, for whatever reason, on our list below characters and separate, but it doesn't matter.
It's a subcategory.
Hush,
well,
you.
We can group them together. But jumping's fun.
Yeah, so basically, you can probably see it on screen if Gabe's good at editing. Basically, okay, buddy jump, you have a home run, and you can jump and rob the home run. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory.
Honestly, the whole buddy system's really cool. Just the whole buddy system. Keep it in there. I love the buddy system.
Chemistry in general.
Yeah, the chemistry system. Chemistry system's cool. I wouldn't mind if they reworked it slightly, because it felt like some characters just didn't have any chemistry at all. Namely, like Monty Mole. Monty Mole didn't really have chemistry with anyone.
Or Wario and Waluigi. Just
or
each
Wario
other.
and Waluigi, exactly. I feel like Wario and Waluigi could have.
And then
like Wario doesn't necessarily connect with Mario, but I feel like you could do a Waluigi to Luigi connection. Or maybe.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Or maybe add more Wario characters.
Yeah. On the other hand, there were also some connections that seemed really weird. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Mario to literally everyone.
Yeah. The Nokis.
Something like that, because like the Pintas didn't really have any other connection. But just felt like Mario is connected to everyone.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, Buddy Jump was to rob homers. Buddy Toss, which I loved.
Buddy Toss is fun, but I abuse the hell out of it, and I usually mess it up.
Yeah, I abuse it and actually managed to pull it off, because I've played the game a lot more. But basically, you dash at the ball, and as long as you have someone with chemistry in the vicinity, it tosses the ball to them. I don't know how it logically works, but it's okay. Next idea, keep the charged up pitch and charged up hitting. It's been a staple for the 2 games in the series.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's a good system. I like change-ups, honestly. Change-ups are fun, just because of the big arch. I think the change-ups are really fun in the game. Keep the big arch change-ups.
Yeah. Especially with characters who have the ridiculous arc, like, Kamek.
Bowser Jr. has a pretty good arc.
Yeah.
Keep Toadsworth slow. That's what I want.
Yeah.
That way I can pull the old PD Piranha to Toadsworth.
Nah, you gotta go Bowser to Toadsworth. But yeah, something they introduced in Super Sluggers, I believe. Yeah, it would have been introduced with Super Sluggers. Close play.
Close play! Honestly, add more buttons to close play. Because there's
yes,
like
please.
A and B. And I guess maybe Z. I don't know if Z was actually one of them. I think it's just A and B.
No, I think it's just A and B. But
add more buttons. Make it more competitive. I will confuse X and Y a lot more than I will confuse A and B.
Yeah. Especially considering, presumably this is on the Switch. You press A and, A and B, it made a little bit more sense for the Wii remote, because, I guess you could do, C and Z, but they just didn't. But you have 4 face buttons plus triggers, it's just kind of standard.
I agree.
Next item. The base running mechanics. I love it just because, I can frustrate my friends a lot.
Steal bases win games.
It's not even that, it's just like I can just take any base I want unless they're literally standing on the base that I want to advance from.
That's true. Pickles are fun in this game. It has a lot of... It's a good system.
Yeah.
It's a slightly easy to abuse system, but I think it's a pretty good system. I think if you know what you're doing, it's a lot harder to abuse because then you can counter it easier. It's got a curve to it.
Yeah.
It's got a big old curve.
Still better than the show, but Gabe won't get that one. He doesn't play realistic sports games. Anyway, one that because of quarantine we can't get footage for, and I couldn't find any funny images on the internet. There's an RBI chance mini game.
Only in multiplayer.
Yeah, only in multiplayer, but I want that expanded to single player as well, where basically it's a rhythm kind of not really quick time event because you can see the pattern, but you would shake the Wii remote in rhythm with whatever pattern it was. I mean, you could spam it, but that's boring. And you could get a star for it, and I really liked that system. I wish it were in single player, and in our dream world where this game actually happens, it happens in single player. I said remove or rework the error items.
I'm fine with the rework, but I really like error items. I think error items add an inherent level of strategy that just hitting a ball does not. That could be by inherent distaste for spectating baseball speaking to me, but I do happen to enjoy the error items. They're pretty easy to avoid, honestly, if you know they're coming.
Yeah, that was my biggest issue with them, is that they're hard to actually hit. You need to more set up things.
Yeah, I honestly think that's part of what makes them good, because if they were easy to hit, they just get really annoying really fast.
True.
And I also think that they can hit the runners is a huge balance thing, because if they couldn't hit
Definitely.
the runners, they'd be a lot worse, especially like POW.
Oh, God.
If you see you got a POW coming and you bunt, and you can't hit the runner, that's like, whoa, wow, free base.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think, how would you rework it, is my question.
Making it slightly easier to hit, especially bananas. Bananas are just a waste.
Bananas are bad. You do have to know precisely how to aim the bananas.
Yeah, and even RNG of where in the circle they're gonna land. Each of them is gonna land, because you can still escape it even if you were to quote unquote trap them.
Oh man, I really trapped you around the catch icon. What am I gonna do?
Fireballs are kind of the same way, especially they're bouncing. They can bounce over characters sometimes.
Fireballs are good if someone's chasing and they're sort of towards the edge of the screen.
Yeah, fair.
But that's
Also,
really their only use.
The other thing I was thinking about, if you were to completely remove them, a good reason for that would be no IR pointer. Granted, you could just use a target on the screen and you would just use a presumably right stick, but whatever. Next, they removed it from Super Sluggers, and it was in Superstar Baseball.
Superstar Baseball.
Yeah, the GameCube game. Was the option to choose handedness for each character rather than having presets. I personally liked that idea.
I was gonna say, having never played it, that sounds sort of sick. I'm gonna be honest. I do think Luigi being a left-hander was fun, but... Was Luigi left-handed? No, Luigi was right-handed. Who was left-handed? Daisy was left-handed, I think.
No, I think the main cast all threw right-handed. Luigi and Daisy both batted left-handed.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
By default. But yeah, I always thought that made a lot more sense. It also brings in strategy, especially when batting.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily with throwing. It might speed up and slow down animations a tiny bit, like it would in real life, but I don't know.
I have no idea. They'd probably just balance it out, honestly. There's no reason for there to be that big of a difference.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
One thing that could bring in a difference is another thing that they removed from Super Sluggers that was in the first game was a Y-axis in the batter's box. So in Super Sluggers, you can move only side to side in the batter's box, but in Superstar Baseball, you can move forward and backwards. And that's arguably more helpful because, Toadsworth. You can choke it, or you can move up so you can not have to wait 5 years for the pitch to come in. Or for a faster pitcher, you could move backwards.
My argument against that is toy baseball, and that's my only argument against it.
I know toy baseball, or the toy field was in...
No, toy baseball from 51 games and Mario Party.
Oh, that... Yeah.
That Toy Field. Toy Field's a good game mode. I like Toy Field.
Which we're going to get to later.
What's next on the list?
Star abilities to work like the Superstar and Superstar X Factor abilities in Madden. So I'm going to explain this one. So in Madden, you're like super high overall, like the best players in the league get what's called an X Factor ability, where it's like, it gets activated after whatever time.
They sing a song like on X Factor.
I'm gonna kill you. But then the pretty good but not like top tier players in the league get what's called a superstar ability, which aren't quite as good, but they're still better than like Joe Schmo over here.
Bro, I love Joe Schmo. He's my favorite character in Madden 2009 All-Stars for the Nintendo Wii.
Thank you. But yeah, so my idea with star abilities is every character would get their own specific one, not just captains. Is kind of where I was going with that whole thing.
Yeah.
So like, they wouldn't be as powerful, but it'd still be something rather than just hit ball hard, throw fast
shiny
ball.
swing.
Yeah. With sparkle effects.
Cool if it was like grouped into different traits of characters and the captains got specific ones. Like fast characters got one specific type of hit that like let them use their running speed more.
Oh, that'd be
versus like
interesting.
a power hitter versus...
That'd be really interesting.
And then you could sort of figure out how to make your team balance more, because if you go for all power hitters, you're going to have the same special ability across the whole thing. But speed hitters could do like a line drive between first and second, or between shortstop and third or something like that. Like it goes in a similar spot.
Yeah.
And then you could just use your speed to get there, versus like a power hitter is going to hit it way up in the air.
Yeah, that could make sense.
And then the captains just get their own abilities.
Next, motion and traditional control options. Be able to switch between both. Because you have both, because you have the normal setup, and then you can use Joy-Cons for motion controls. Pretty self-explanatory. Customizable Mii's, that'd be nice. With, like, you can, change the stats, you can have custom costumes, Smash Bros, basically. As, the image that is on screen that Gabe's gonna put up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And also coming from Smash Bros, alternate costumes, probably for captains only because certain characters already have palette swaps that give them slightly different abilities, which I didn't put on there, but I thought that was kind of a cool idea. to have, slightly different stats for different colors of characters, so like the critters, toads, yoshis, etc.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Speaking of captains, we're on to characters, not captains.
Characters, parentheses, not captains, and parentheses.
Yes. So everyone returns from Super Sluggers, because Super Sluggers also encompasses all the characters from All-Star Baseball, rather. Super, you guys know what I mean, the GameCube game.
Doesn't make sense to cut anyone.
Yeah, basically. And then on top of that, we bring in Baby Rosalina, the Koopalings, all of them. Spike, the spiky ball dude. Boom Boom, Plant Gang, Piranha Plant. I mean, she's in Smash Bros. So,
Petey Piranha.
Yeah, but we also have Goomba and Paragoomba and Koopa and Paracoopa. So, like...
True. Good point.
And kind of on that same note, we have Dry Bowser in here too, which I don't understand why he wasn't in either of the first two games. Then we have Lakitu, Fly Guy, Sledge Bro, and Pink Bob-omb, the friendly Bob-omb, whatever you want to call it. Originally introduced in Mario 64.
Really? The only ones I really disagree with here, having read through the list, Pink Bob-omb, I'm not sure how they're gonna swing. Granted, Goombas don't have arms either, so I'm not sure that's really a limitation for this game. Also, Lakitu, just because Lakitu usually plays the ref.
I mean, have you played Mario Kart 7 or 8?
True. But that's also the reason he wasn't in the Mario Kart games until 7 or 8.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, now that they've broken that barrier, I guess I could see him coming into the game. Would he get his cloud, though, or would he just be walking on his feet?
I'd say it'd be similar to Boo and King Boo, where he would fly around with the cloud. Because you really never see him running around. It's either in his cloud or he's kind of just screwed.
That's true.
So then, along with everyone from all the base characters returning, all the captains return as captains and return as characters. So you have Mario, Luigi, Wario, Waluigi, Bowser, Bowser Jr., Peach, Daisy, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and Birdo. Gabe put... Kong. Yeah, I put Monkey Kong. Anyway,
Birdo's here too. We could demote Birdo, though, honestly.
Yeah. She's just a crappy version of a Yoshi clone.
But...
but...
if we removed Rosalina, if we got rid of Birdo, we could replace her with Rosalina. Along with adding Baby Rosalina, you add Rosalina as a main captain.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, we kind of spoiled that. Rosalina would be also the only newcomer that would be promoted to captain instantly. The other two captains we have are Toad and K. Rool. I guess Toad is kind of a newcomer because there were only colored Toads in the first two games, which I was always confused by. But yeah, Toad, base Toad without coloration. Obviously, you'd still have the colorations, but you'd have base Toad as a captain, and then K. Rool also as a captain.
I think K. Rool I'm really confident about. Toad's a fat maybe. Toad's one of those, if we need to make an even number of captains, and we want to remove Birdo, we can add Toad.
Yeah.
But also just adding Rosalina and King K. Rool would also be an even number of captains.
Right.
I think this also opened up more chemistry opportunities, because I feel like a lot of the characters that struggled with chemistry now with the new characters also have some more. Because you could definitely combine Spike with Monty Moles. They definitely have a connection there.
Yeah, because I believe both are typically, at least in like the new Super Mario Brothers series, both were kind of placed in the mountain region, like World 7, or I think it is, or 6.
In New Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo Wii, the mountain section is stage 5.
It's 5?
No, it's not. 5 is the jungle, 6 is the
Yeah.
mountain.
Yeah, and 7. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
7's the sky world.
Yeah.
And then 8's the volcano
Lava, like every other game ever.
Oh boy. We gotta talk about stages.
The stadium. So obviously you have to bring back Mario Stadium, and if it doesn't look exactly like the last 2 games, I'm not buying it.
It's a riot.
Bowser's Castle. Yes, I put in the image from Mario Kart, but I don't care.
Okay.
You know what there's gonna be. There's gonna be lava and crap.
It's fireballs coming from the back.
Something Peaches. Sorry. Next, shut up. Next we have Something Peaches Castle. Probably not Ice Garden, because that one sucked.
I love the Ice Garden just because of the ice. Specifically because of the ice.
Also, it's so satisfying to hit an actual home run in that place that isn't inside the park.
That's true. It's a big stadium.
Yeah.
Big.
But yeah, I mean, I liked the concept behind the first Peaches Castle stage, because Gabe hasn't played the GameCube game.
It's true.
Maybe we'll do a video on that, I don't know.
We should.
But yeah, Peaches Castle. Maybe something based around, like, you know, Mario 64, the front of the castle, or maybe the courtyard in the back, one of the two. Something, I don't know.
Just make it the Mario Sports Mix stages. All
Yeah.
the Peaches Castle stages for Mario Sports Mix. Just make a volleyball court just pop up in the middle of the field for no reason. Mario Sports Mix is a really good game.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
That's not the topic of the video, though.
It's not. That's the next one.
Anyway, next we have something based around Bowser Jr. like we did in the second
Jr.,
game.
like the Toy Castle.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Mecha Koopa would be a fun hazard. That's all I have for that.
Yeah, Mecha Koopa hazards would be fun. Just like things that randomly pop up and shoot out Mecha Koopas, that'd be really annoying.
Next we have DK Jungle. The first, I believe, 2 would have been based around Jungle Beat and whatever other GameCube game. I don't know.
Honestly, just take DK Jungle stage from Super Sluggers and you're good to go. That stage is perfect.
Yeah, I was also thinking something based around Donkey Kong Country Returns would be neat.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Oh, the other 2 games were Donkey Konga and Donkey Kong Barrel Blast.
Nice.
GameCube games. But that's kind of the art style they went with the first 2. Something based around Donkey Kong Country Returns I thought would be neat, especially like the hut that they have at the start of the game.
It'd be cool if they just updated the map with modern art style, but they didn't change any of the gimmicks. I think the barrel gimmick was really good. Or just
Yeah, that
occasionally
worked
a barrel
really
would
well.
shoot out and just destroy everyone in its path.
Yeah. So in the first 2 games, well, okay. The first game they had, you know, Wario being rich to promote Wario World, or what was that game?
WarioWare?
No, Wario World.
Guess.
That was a game on the GameCube, and I think it was ported over to the Wii. Anyway, then the second one, they based it around a city for no good reason. So now we'll bring it back to what...
It made a fun campaign stage.
Yeah, that was true. You got to paint your profile. But yeah, now we're bringing it back to Wario's Gold Mine. Just the Mario Kart track.
Honestly, if Wario's Gold Mine just looked like Yoshi Park but underground, I think that'd be super satisfying. Just like they take the Yoshi Park stage but redecorate it to look like Wario's Gold Mine.
Oh yeah, and then have the mine carts instead of the train. That'd be neat.
Mine carts could be the train, and then you could still have a bunch of wacky carts and stuff going on in the background. And then maybe and then you could just have the pipes be like stalactites or something, so they don't necessarily warp the ball, but they're just in the way and annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know how you work the pipes in, but I'm sure there's something.
Yeah. Something that just reminded me of another feature they could totally bring back is differences between night and day versions of stages. Do you know what I'm talking
Luigi's
about?
Mansion daytime.
No, that's dumb.
I hated the Luigi's Mansion stage, though. I'm gonna be honest, it's my least favorite stage in that game.
Okay.
I hated the ghosts. I thought the ghosts were really annoying, and they always got in my way, and the stage was too small. It was very.
Yeah.
I just didn't like it. Then again, I don't think I've ever won a single game on Luigi's Mansion, so.
But like differences between day and night would be like Daisy Cruiser, the other unlockable stage, would, during the day there were tables all over the place, but during the night the blooper would tilt the super blooper would tilt the boat, which I thought was really cool to have differences between day and night. Anyway, that was a tangent.
It was.
Next.
Daisy Cruiser is on this list.
Yeah, it's down at the bottom.
So is Luigi's Mansion. Alright, what's next?
Yeah. Luigi's Mansion and Daisy Cruiser, duh. Anyway, Yoshi's Island. I mean, there's not much to say about that. Next is, because we have Rosalina, you gotta have friggin' space.
Okay, time out. So you know how I was talking about making the Yoshi stage the Wario stage?
Yes.
Theoretically, you could make the Wario stage the Yoshi stage, because there's fountains in the Yoshi's Island games.
You're hurting my brain.
I'm just saying, you could flip them around, it'd probably be cooler aesthetically. Wario's Gold Mine would be cooler aesthetically, and it'd make more sense with this character. And then Yoshi's Island could be cartoony and have fountains and stuff. It'd make more sense with Yoshi's character.
Yeah. Ooh, for the Kirby DLC, Fountain of Dreams could be cool.
Ooh,
But-
that could be cool.
Yeah, but that was back there. Anyway, next, friggin' space. I was thinking Comet Observatory, but Gabe also good to put down another good point, which is...
Rainbow Road! I know you're waiting for me to say that one, I'm gonna be honest.
But yeah, that'd be Rosalina's home stage.
Rosalina's home stage, Rainbow Road. And I think that one would also have to be a nighttime exclusive.
Yeah.
Friggin' space.
Next, ruins. What we have in the background is Dry Ruins. You could do something desert aesthetic, or the other idea, which is the best track in Mario Kart 8, Thwomp Ruins. That was a neat aesthetic.
Oh, I was thinking you were going to do like a desert-based ruins, but you know how we have
either one could work,
We have nighttime
is what I'm saying.
exclusive stages, right? I think
Okay.
a desert ruins type stage would be a daytime exclusive, because that's when the fire guys come out that jump around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then nighttime it could be the Thwomp Ruins, and you could have Thwomps everywhere.
Yeah.
That could be cool.
Or it could be a daytime exclusive.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just because we have some nighttime exclusive stages, it makes sense to have a daytime exclusive stage or two.
That's fair. Something based around beach or water. I also put down, Delfino Plaza. Makes too much sense.
Delfino Plaza, and then Waluigi gets this stage. I don't know
Sure.
why. I've always thought
Ooh.
Delfino Plaza is a Waluigi thing.
You know what else could be really cool?
Waluigi pinball.
Yep.
It's good that we were thinking the same thing. Waluigi pinball would be an amazing baseball stage. Plus, it'd give Waluigi a stage.
Next, Moo Moo Farm, Moo Moo Meadows kind of aesthetic. It's a farm.
Oh, I get it. Because we live in Wisconsin.
Sure. You could say that. Anyway, finally, since we already went over Luigi's Mansion and Daisy Cruiser, Bob-omb Battlefield would be cool from that game, Mario 64.
Mario 64. That'd be cool. Especially if they stylized it a lot like that.
Yeah, like a
64-esque, reminiscent of, but obviously
yeah.
looking better.
I was gonna say polygonal, and then no.
Like a remaster
Yeah.
version, but also a baseball stage.
Yeah.
It would be really fun if if on the side, you could find there was like instead of having to buddy jump, you could run to the side of this stage and activate a button that would shoot a bomb and hit the ball down from the sky.
Cannons.
Cannons. I figured you were thinking that with Bomb on Battlefield.
I just thought of that with Bob on Battlefield.
Can we go to Daisy's Cruiser thing for a second? Because we've been talking about all of the captains getting their own maps, sort of, right?
Yeah.
So what if you were talking about how Daisy Cruiser in the day was tables and stuff, and then Daisy Cruiser at night was the blooper?
Yeah.
What if Daisy's Cruiser was Daisy's Cruiser in the day, but then at night Daisy's Cruiser left and it got replaced with King K. Rool's ship?
That would actually be so sick.
And they're very similar stages. Like, they have the same basic layout, but they have different gimmicks, depending on which one you're playing on.
Yes, that is so cool. Such a good idea, Gabe.
King K. Rool.
Okay, so that's it for stages, at least, if we don't think of any more.
I'll try not to. Alright guys, we got some DLC. DLC's a very popular thing with the release of the Nintendo Switch. It's sort of popular on the Wii U, especially with like Smash Bros. And Mario Kart, but it's really come to shine on the Nintendo Switch. And in spirit of that, I've come up with some very nice DLC non-Mario characters that could join us in Super Sluggers for the Switch.
It's just a port.
Mario's Switch
It's just a port. That's the end of the video, guys. Bye.
But, alright, so the main franchises that I think would represent DLC here, of course, Legend of Zelda, Link, Zelda, Ganondorf, maybe some other miscellaneous races, Turoks, the Fish People. I didn't even beat Breath of the Wild. The only game I've played is Skyward Sword, so... That's true. That's a true fact. I've only gotten like halfway through Breath of the Wild. To be fair, that's farther than I got in Skyrim, so...
That's farther than I got with Breath of the Wild. I don't even own the game.
Mario Odyssey was really fun. I've been tempted. That's a sidetrack. The next franchise. Kirby with DDD and Meta Knight joining him, as well as we could do Waddle Dee, much like you would do the Hammer Bro, Boom Bro, and Fire Bro, where it's just Waddle Dee, Bandana D, Spear... No, wait, Bandana D is Spear D. But you know, you just put a bunch of Waddle Dees in one section.
Yeah. I was thinking you can do Bandana D and his spear is just his bat.
Right.
That'd just make too much sense.
Waddle Dee and a couple other... The Ds. The Ds.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, I should probably mention stadiums.
Yeah, you should probably do that.
Yeah. Legend of Zelda Stadium would be something Hyrule themed. Sorta... I'd think sorta look like the Hyrule stage from Mario Kart.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But... I think it'd be cool... Some stage hazards could just be like... various enemies throwing things from the sides, projectile-wise, and just knocking the ball around a bit. I think it'd be be one of the short but wide stages, I think. Much like Wario City.
Oh, yeah.
A very wide stage, but a very short stage. And those are fun, because you can hit home runs, but also you can mess up pretty bad. Kirby's map would be Dreamland, or Planet Star, something like that. Something rainbow themed. Likely would have various sucking mechanics that would stop the ball, shoot it around. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Very
if there was just,
unnecessary.
Like, Kirby statues or like DD statues that just sucked in the ball, then shot them in a different direction.
Like warp pipes, but even more zany.
Like warp pipes, but even more zany.
Alright, next franchise.
What? Okay, you go.
No, you. It's your idea.
Oh, this is my idea. Next franchise. the Metroid series. You can bring in Samus, you can bring in Ridley, you can bring in
He's too big.
other various...
Sorry, I just had to make that joke.
Other various people. You could... Ridley could just use his tail.
Yeah. Down be much?
Big Ridley, tiny bat.
Anyway,
maybe
next.
some other Metroid-like characters. Sandy would be somewhere on a space station.
Yeah.
I didn't really think this one through too much. I haven't played Metroid games. I played the first one through the port on the Nintendo Switch, and it was fun.
I played the Nintendo Land minigame. Does that count?
Yes.
Okay. It can be like Bowser's Castle, maybe. Similar. With lava and maybe like, I don't know, Cade in the middle. Crade. What is that character's name? You continue. I'm gonna... Crade. Yeah, it's Crade with an R. Anyway.
Nice. Smaller DLC pack could be ARMS. Just like Springman, Ribbon Girl. And then maybe you just throw in a bunch of fighters into one stack if you wanted to. A Spring Stadium would be super cool, because maybe towards the back... You know how in Yoshi Park there was the train in the back? So if you didn't get the ball right away, the train could just hit you because you were too slow. Or just block you off from the ball. Like, stuff like that in the back, but it's springboards. So if the ball lands in the back, it gets knocked up in the air again, so you have to wait for it to come down in order to catch it again. And it counts as fair, obviously, because it had to hit the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So it basically just slows you down if you don't pick it up in the back. But also, it could also work for
a replacement for the
defense
buddy jump?
as a free buddy jump.
Yeah.
Without having to need a buddy. So it works either way. Either you could use it as a buddy jump with one person, or it'll hurt you by hitting the ground and then launching back up in the air.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a cool gimmick. Probably a narrower stadium.
Yeah.
And
Not finally.
We got Animal Crossing. I'm gonna do that one last because I feel like that one makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
So Animal Crossing, we got Villager, Isabelle, Tom Nook, and then we could slap in an Islander role, which is just like take your 8 favorite Islanders, make them all recolors, smack them into the game.
Rolled.
Get your cat.
Can we get Rolled in his Walmart uniform?
Yes. Get yourself a cat. Get yourself
an
eater.
Genuinely, I would not mind product placement if it was Rolled in a Walmart costume.
Get yourself KK Slider. All of them. They're all in.
Mabel twins.
Yeah. And, I don't honestly know what the stage gimmick would be for that one.
Yeah, something, I don't know.
But I'm sure there's something cool you could do with it. They made Yoshi Park have a train, so, I mean, it doesn't have to fit necessarily.
Mm-hmm. It's another
and
train.
Finally, going back to ones I think that are likely, I think Legend of Zelda could be really good. I think ARMS could be really good. Kirby has potential to be really good. But the one that I would really want is Sonic and Gang from the Sonic franchise. You got Sonic
I thought it was
Tails.
the Tails franchise.
You got Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Eggman, Shadow, Amy, Chow's, maybe Vector, if we want to have fun with it. Just throwing a bunch of the Sonic roster. Just basically take the Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Olympics roster, double it, and then that's what the DLC is. And map would be some sort of Green Hill Zone.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, all I'm imagining is they just put the green monster in the back, and that's it. They just put a big hill at the back of the stadium for no good reason. Or maybe boost pads. Boost pads and a big hill in the back. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Just boost pads and a big hill.
It's Spring Stadium, but again.
No, the boost pads would be like speed pads, so if the ball hits it shoots it towards the wall, or if people hit it, it shoots
Ooh,
them
yeah,
towards the
that
wall.
could be fun. That could
Yeah,
be neat.
because that could be helpful or harmful, depending on if you want to step in it or not.
Yeah. Also, I think now we should put in, we were originally going to have Lucas on here, except he didn't want to have any input except this on screen now. Now that I don't have much to say about it, put Link in Mario Baseball, that's it. Screenshot this and put it in.
Put Link in Mario Baseball.
Yep. That's all he wanted.
In post, I might just give Lucas that idea.
Next, final section is game modes and miscellaneous stuff.
The game modes and miscellaneous stuff. I love miscellaneous stuff.
Yeah. So keep the same mini games that have been kind of a staple.
Mini games.
Bomb Derby, that's just a classic.
Bomb Derby's good.
Yeah.
Gem Catch is pretty fun. I like Gem Catch.
Oh yeah. That was the Wario theme one,
That was
wasn't
the Wario theme one, and you could keep it on the Wario theme stage.
Yeah.
It would make sense there too, especially in a gold mine.
Yeah. Then you have Wall Ball, which would be Peach's thing. Keep Toy Field, or else there will be riots.
Keep Toy Field, or there will be riots.
Yep. Next thing, please, for the love of God, add online.
Online Super Sluggers. And make it better than Smash.
Yes, make it like Mario Kart, where it actually functions. Most of the time.
Most of the time. I promise you 100% of the time, but 99% of the time is pretty good.
Yeah. I should add in here some sort of, or maybe have multiple, campaign, season, tournament kind of thing. The tournament could be online, that'd be neat. Also, one thing that would be a complete long shot along with the season could be like a quote-unquote career mode. Like an actual campaign with like a true story rather than, campaign in Super Sluggers, which was unlock all the characters in 2 hours.
True. I don't know. I feel like it'd be cool if it was sort of like the campaign in Super Sluggers, but each captain got their own story, and so you built your own team based on that captain.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
And then you played like either that, or each captain got their own specific designated team. Like they do have that in Super Sluggers, where each person with a map has their own designated team.
Yeah, and they had the same thing in the GameCube game.
Right, but you just give each character their own dedicated team, and then you can pick one, and you can run through like a season, quote unquote, where you just fight every other team in like a round robin thing.
I did like the cutscenes in Super Sluggers too.
Cutscenes are good. Honestly, the most iconic moment from Super Sluggers is whenever you boot it up and you can't skip the seagulls crying, but you can skip everything else from the cutscene. You just boot it up.
God, that song track slapped.
It did. The opening theme slapped real hard.
Yes.
Update the opening theme.
But keep it slapping.
But keep
and
it slapping.
Last but not least, unless we think of anything else in like 10 seconds, logo creator, kind of like what they had in Mario Kart DS, which I'm surprised they haven't done in any Mario Kart or anything else ever.
Well, they had the file editor in Super Sluggers.
That's fair, but that was just for your file, not your team.
That's true, and I think that'd come with some sort of career mode where you could build your own team and then play against other teams.
Yeah,
that'd
be cool.
You could use your own logo for that.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
I do have to say, I wouldn't mind a simple thing back. It was very much a gimmick in Mario Kart DS, but I thought it was fun.
Yeah. It was neat.
Anyway,
if
guys.
only the Switch had a stylus.
That's true.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Alright. Bye, guys.
Adios, amigos and amigas. I guess os covers both because of Spanish.